Welcome, my name is Shush Patel, and today I am bringing you another great biology lesson from someone who scored a perfect score on the biology EOC. From watching these videos, you should be confident that you will get a good grade on the EOC as well. So today, let's get started. We will be doing Chapter 5, which is all about cell division and cell growth, and we'll be doing Lesson 3, which is regulation of the cell cycle. So our key concept for today is cell cycle regulation is necessary for healthy growth. So we're going to be talking about basically cancer cells and regular normal cells. So internal and external factors regulate cell division, which is pretty obvious because internal and external factors affect basically anything you do. So external factors include physical and chemical signals, so basically what our body produces for it. And growth factors are proteins that stimulate cell division, which would be an internal factor because it's inside the cell. It's already there, the proteins that stimulate it. So most mammal cells form a single layer in a culture dish and stop dividing once they touch other cells. So this is an image of normal cell growth, and for mammal cells, which is our example here, the cells will keep growing until they all touch each other and they're kind of tight and cozy. They won't keep growing, they'll just stop. They know when to stop. So another feature of healthy cells is apoptosis, and this is programmed cell death, which doesn't sound that pleasant, but it's pretty normal. So it's a normal feature of a healthy organism caused by a cell protein for self-destruction. So it's an enzyme that basically kills the cell after a certain time. So and it occurs in development of infants. So this is an example here. It's pointing to the webbed fingers in the fetus, but we can't really see it because this picture's not that clear. But when you're infants or when you're just born, you have webbed fingers. But apoptosis in those cells programs it to die later. So in a couple days or so, or however much the time is, the certain cell feature, in this case, which is webbed fingers, will die or break off so we don't have them anymore. So most people now, when they're older, don't have webbed fingers because apoptosis killed those cells. So when you think of apoptosis, it kind of sounds like pop, and if you pop something, it eventually dies or breaks. So that's a silly way that you can remember it, or you can make up your own way. So cell division is uncontrolled in cancer. So this is where cancer comes in. So cancer cells form disorganized clumps called tumors. So benign tumors remain clustered and can be removed. So benign tumors are not that bad if we catch them. So they don't grow and they're just clustered and clumped there. Malignant tumors metastasize or break away and can form more tumors. So malignant means it's like harmful or bad, and metastasize is to break away. So malignant tumors, which are harmful because that's the definition, they break away and form like more tumors, so they keep growing. But benign tumors are steady and they stay put and they don't grow as much. So this is an image. All these other cells, the pinky ones, are normal cells, but this dark purple one is a cancer cell as it looks weird and nasty. So over time, which this arrow shows, they grow and keep spreading, like our example in the petri dish. Although they're already touching other cells, they'll still grow because they're cancer cells. But if it was just normal cells, they wouldn't keep growing because that's what our example showed in like the second slide. And as you can see, this is the bloodstream right here. And right here it shows some cancer cells seeping into the bloodstream, and they're going to affect even more stuff. So it's good to catch cancer early, or basically you'll get cancer all over. So cancer cells do not carry out necessary functions, which is totally noticeable because they're cancer cells. They're not supposed to do what they want to do. They're going to do the opposite, like they're going to do bad things. So cancer cells come from normal cells with damage to genes involved in cell cycle regulation. So as we know, the cell cycle is the life of a cell, and the genes is what's in the cell and tells it what to do. So cancer cells have messed up genes, and they usually involve the cell cycle, but they don't have to. So basically, these genes will tell it to keep reproducing. Like usually, after mitosis, it kind of like stops and low keys back to its normal functions. But cancer cells, they'll just keep going and making more cancer cells, which is really bad. So this is our example for a cancer cell, and although it's already touching all the other cells, as you can see in the middle, it keeps growing. You can kind of see another layer forming, so they're just going to keep growing because the cell cycle is obviously messed up. It doesn't stop after mitosis. So carcinogens are substances known to promote cancer. So some common carcinogens would be like cigarettes, alcohol, like usually all the bad stuff in life. But some, like, they're usually nasty chemicals, and they're substances that promote cancer. So if you keep using or are exposed to carcinogens, you have more likely chance to get cancer, or if you already have it, it'll increase the rate and speed of it. So standard cancer treatments typically kill both cancer cells and healthy cells, because it's kind of hard for doctors to kill only your cancer cells. They might kill a few healthy cells as well. So this is an image of cancer, and it's pretty nasty, so you don't want to get this. So a good way to do this is stay away from carcinogens and don't do drugs. So this is the end of chapter 5, chapter 5, lesson 3, which is all about regulations in the cell cycle. And our next lesson will be chapter 5, which is all about cell cycle and, cell growth and cell division. Lesson 4, which is all about asexual reproduction. And hopefully you already know what asexual reproduction is, but in biology we'll learn more about it than what we learned in middle school or in our past science classes. So make sure you watch the next video, and good luck in your quest in biology.